My name is Hope Braithwaite, and I am an assistant professor for watershed quality with Utah State University Water Quality Extension. I love attending the Salt Lake County Watershed Symposium, and I'm so glad that it's still happening this year, even if it's virtual and we can't be there together. And I'm really grateful to be a part of it. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy schedule to participate in the symposium and to actually watch this presentation. Hopefully it's informative and helpful. I am always looking for partners and innovative ideas, so if you have any questions or think of any great ideas as you watch this presentation, please feel free to reach out to me, let me know what you think. I would love to hear from you. So I'm really excited to share with you about our Gotta Go water quality outreach campaign. It's focused on human waste concerns associated with recreation on public lands in Utah. So basically letting people know the proper way to go outdoors in multiple settings and environments. We were already developing these materials before COVID hit, but the timing worked out really well this summer with so many people out wanting to go out and wanting to recreate, and also having new recreators. And so hopefully this is a really helpful, good resource for those people that are new, and also people that have been recreating for a really long time, just making sure we're using best practices when we have to go in the great outdoors. So I always like to provide a roadmap for presentations, so you know where we are and where we're headed. This is a really short one. It's 3 easy steps. First, I'll provide a little background and context for why we're doing this campaign. This audience probably knows why or can have some good guesses, but brief explanation about that. And then include results from interviews that we've done with land managers that really informed this campaign. I'll spend the bulk of the time talking about the actual Gotta Go campaign and what we've been doing since we launched this this summer. And then I'll briefly describe our next steps and kind of future plans. So this Gotta Go campaign was developed in cooperation with the Utah Water Quality Task Force. And that group is made up of representatives from state, federal, and private agencies and other organizations across Utah. The Utah Water Quality Task Force has identified these 4 areas as priority water quality concerns. So this campaign is really focused on the first bullet point. So pollution from improper treatment or removal of human waste left along trails and in recreational areas. We also launched a Don't Share water quality outreach campaign this summer that's addressing the second bullet point, which is small acreages in unconsolidated areas and small towns with animals and or if they have gardens or other horticultural activities. So if you're interested in learning more about that, please visit don'tshareutah.gov or check out my other recorded presentation called Don't Share, Water Quality Campaign for Small Acreage Farms. And that is really centered around the idea of we always like to say that we want to share, and sharing is a good thing, but especially in times like these, there are certain things we don't want to share, and that's pollution, that's weeds, that's diseases. There are certain things that we want to make sure that we are not sharing with each other. So the next 2 bullet points are other areas of concern we'd like to provide more education and outreach moving forward for Utahns. But we don't have those ready yet. We haven't been developing those. So for the purpose of this presentation, I'll really be focusing in on our efforts to address water quality issues from the human waste in recreational areas point, our very first bullet point. So to understand this issue, we reached out to agencies and land managers who really have experience and knowledge of human waste issues that are associated with recreational activities. So we reached out to 51 different people and agencies by phone, and we also used email to interview or receive email responses from a total of 33 people. You can see this all in that table 1. When possible, we did the interviews over the phone, but in some cases we received responses through emails, those emails questionnaire, and we didn't really have an opportunity for follow-up questions. But the majority of participants were, the majority of participants were recreation or district managers in public land management agencies. At least one manager was interviewed from every district of the Forest Service and with the BLM. We wanted to get a sense of the current problems and concerns about human waste and identify the types of recreation and places that are the highest concern for these land managers. I'll give you a sneak peek of this one, but so concerns about management of human waste associated with recreation are widespread across public lands in Utah. So 75% of our respondents said that human waste practices do pose a problem within their jurisdiction. Concerns and proper practices vary depending on the region. So arid versus vegetated areas, and also by recreational activity. So camping versus RV camping. There's these different concerns and different issues associated with these different areas, and also with these different activities happening in Utah. So in the southern region, which tends to be more arid, we're finding things like cryptobiotic soils. Recreationalists need to pack out their waste. In central and northern regions tend to be more mountainous, more forested, and so generally we can say that recreationalists can bury their waste. And in some areas I know there's really high use, and we have other problems. We're trying to keep our messaging very simplistic and easy to follow for people, but basically in these forested areas, if they can dig a 6 to 8 inch cat hole, make sure they're 20 feet from trails, from camping areas and waterways, and waste can be buried when they're dispersed camping, they're day hiking, they're backpacking, mountain biking, all these different things in central and northern Utah, or in areas where there is vegetation, there it's forested, we're not having these cryptobiotic soils or these arid areas. And in those areas where we do see cryptobiotic soils, we do see these deserts, or in high alpine areas, then they need to pack out their waste. And we also go into climbing, river trips, all these other situational things too, and what to do with those activities. And we realize that education is huge. Getting the word out, letting people know what they are supposed to do is very important. We also realize that public policy, responsive and creative funding solutions are definitely needed. I know that management agencies are really understaffed, and we heard this a lot with interviews. You have limited staff who have many demands on their time, they're underfunded, and we just know that these concerns are going to be exacerbated with all of these new recreationalists coming, especially what we saw this summer with all these new people, which it's amazing to see people using our public lands, getting out and getting outside with their families or their friends, or being able to enjoy the great outdoors, but we really need to make sure that we are leaving no trace and that we're being good stewards of the land. So we really used those results from that survey to inform our Gotta Go outreach campaign. So now I'm going to dive into the actual campaign after we went through kind of that background of why. So our goal is really to educate citizens on proper management of human waste when they're visiting Utah's public lands. So we're trying to do this by catching their attention. We're using humorous memes and other messaging on social media through Facebook and through Instagram, and then we're directing them to our website, which is very content rich. It's very friendly, it's readily accessible, there's accurate information, and it's really broken down, and so there's step-by-step instructions. It's easy to understand and to actually implement. We try to make it as straightforward as possible for people, and as easy to read too. So our Facebook page is called Gotta Go Outdoors, and I would encourage you to check it out and like it. If you like our content, share it. That would be amazing. So far with our Facebook page, we have 212 page likes, and we've done 38 posts. And again, we launched this this summer, so it hasn't been going on for very long, but it's been amazing the response we've gotten from people. We've reached over 49,000 people across all of our posts. And this is an approximation because we don't have an ability to separate new viewers from repeat viewers. We've also had over 1,000 reactions, so that can be a like or a love or just some type of emotion that you're responding to there. It can be a comment too, and also shares on the content of our page. And those don't include reactions on content that is shared by others. So if we post something and then you share it on your page, we're not including those reactions. So we'd expect this number to be much larger too. So Facebook has been a successful way to get people to check out our website, with over 33% of our website traffic referred from Facebook. So they're finding us, they're seeing some funny meme, they're seeing something that we're posting on Facebook or Instagram, and then that's directing them to the website, so they go there from social media. This is one of my favorite little memes or posts, and so what we said is, ever had to go while camping or hiking, but you're miles away from the nearest bathroom? Oh crap, we use a little emoji. Next time you're in a forested area, be sure to bring a trowel so you can poop like a cat. So burying waste helps it decompose quickly, avoiding water pollution and the spread of disease. So we have explore like a cat and poop like a cat. And it's just very basic, very simple. You want to dig it 6 inches down, 6 inches wide, and insert your poop there. So we're trying to use these humorous memes, these simple graphics, to really get people to understand what they need to do and why. As I was putting together this presentation, I really like this graphic as well. It's this little song, but then I got the song stuck in my head, so all night I've been singing this song, and I promise I won't sing for you because I don't have a good voice. But what we said for this one is, if you gotta go in a forested area, dig a cat hole. When digging a cat hole, you should be 70 big steps away from water, campsites, and trails. And that's just because that's a little bit easier for people to figure out and picture is, 70 big steps versus 200 feet. Or when we put things in meters or feet, or it's a little bit harder for people to visualize. And then we said we have a catchy song to help make sure you've walked this or walked far enough. So as you walk, sing this 4 times to the tune of Row, Row Your Boat. Then you should be good to go. And I'll let you, if you would like to, you can sing this song or teach it to your kids. Hopefully it'll be helpful in figuring out how far, if you want to do 70 big steps, or sing this little catchy song 4 times before you go in the outdoors. So there have been so many shares of our content, including people reaching or people sharing into outdoor recreation groups for Utah, like Hi Uinta's Lovers, Utah Backpacking, and several more. We've had a lot of people in agencies and other organizations and companies share our content. If you are one of them, thank you so much. Or if your agency is, we really appreciate it. It really helps get the word out there and gets people to really care and notice and go to our website and hopefully incorporate those practices in what they're doing or letting others know. So shares of our content on Facebook and Instagram help to increase our reach and growth, reaching more people with this content. And then we found that from shares from nature-related agencies, it really helps increase awareness and website visits. We are getting a lot more website visits from them, which is perfect because that's where the real information or more content rich part is actually on our website. So thanks to BLM and all of these different places, Visit Utah, DWR, for sharing all of these posts. So we're still learning about our audience. As our page grows, these numbers will change and we'll adjust our strategies as we learn more about the people that are responding to this. The top graph shows who are reaching with these posts by age and gender. So currently reaching more women than men, and mostly 25 to 54 years old. The bottom graph is who is following our page. And so it's early on. We've done this for one summer, but it's been amazing, the response that we've gotten, and it'll be interesting to plan and prepare and really launch this again or really revamp again for next spring and high recreation season. We'll still be posting and doing things this winter, but right now is sort of our strategizing time. So for Instagram, we have an Instagram account. It's at Gotta Go Utah, and this is where we post similar content as our Facebook page, but we really try and tailor it to the Instagram platform using hashtags and different things. So for social media, kind of our key findings, we really have had such a great response and growth in just 4 months. People generally find the information useful and important. That's based on the comments that we're getting. And right now, again, we're kind of stalling out during these winter months and working on new messaging and what we're doing. We'll still be putting things out related to winter recreating. So if you have any resources or ideas, feel free to reach out about those, but we'll still be doing some of that and really strategizing for the springtime again. So shares on our content help to increase our reach and growth, and shares from these nature-related agencies really does help increase awareness and increase our website visits. And then we've also realized that sending requests, so if people like our content, we can send them a request to like our Facebook page, and that's been a really good way to get people engaged too. We have been running ads and boosting posts, and that has been really helpful in raising awareness, and people have responded very positively. And we've had amazing people to just put these in different groups, so we haven't had to go in and add it to a certain recreation group on Facebook or different places. People have been kind of doing that on their own, which is just an amazing thing. It's super helpful for us, and I think it also means a lot coming from if it's your friend in that group, if it's the leader of that group. So that's been really wonderful. And then people have been really making that connection between Gotta Go, this campaign, and then Leave No Trace principles. And I will say that we've been using a lot of the Leave No Trace principles. We've just been trying to make it very Utah specific, and so they've been wonderful. We've reached out about using their messaging and using different things, and they've been really wonderful to work with. And so it is very much Leave No Trace, and then with the Utah spin on it and going more in depth about like cryptobiotic soils and things that are more Utah specific that a national organization isn't focusing in as much on. So again, all of these posts, all of these social media things will direct people to our website where they can actually learn more. So the homepage is gottagoutah.org. And so you can go onto our website and find it there. And now I'm going to try and show you the website. So this is our Gotta Go website. And so here's our home page. So it's very simple, very easy to navigate, know how to go. What if everyone did it, and pictures of toilet paper and all those kinds of things, RV dumping. So we have these very simple steps. So you want to know before you go, you want to be prepared. So if you need to bring a wag bag, if you need anything with you, if you need your trowel and toilet paper, basically what you need to do to be prepared. And then always go before you go. And this, I think, is my favorite graphic that we have an amazing intern, and she actually developed this, but our quick guide to going in nature. And so basically what to do if you're in a forest, you're going to want to dig a cat hole, and then some more specifics about that. In the desert, what you want to do is pack it out, same with alpine, and then RV camping, finding a dump station. So I think this is just such a helpful graphic, very simple and easy to read and do for basic guide of going in the great outdoors in Utah. And then each of these tabs, we have more information about forests, digging a cat hole, how to dig a cat hole, step-by-step instructions, simple graphics, and also the reasoning behind it. So why it's important to dig a cat hole, and the research behind that. We also have videos. These are from Leave No Trace, and they said, yes, please link to our resources. We couldn't embed the videos, and so they're just links, but then you have links to Leave No Trace and other helpful resources. We also have what to do or gotta go in desert and alpine areas, so you'll want to pack it out there. So when to pack it out. We have info on biological crust, how to pack it out, just all these really simple resources, simple graphics, step-by-step instructions, the reasoning behind it, and then also same with alpine areas, why you want to pack it out, and resources. Next, we have RV camping. We've heard that this is a big issue, and so we wanted to make it easier for people to actually find dump stations. And so we have this wonderful map. So the red is they're open year-round, blue is seasonal. If you click on them, then you can learn more about it, where it is, hours of operation, their website. So just a great resource. You can zoom in and out and find a dump station wherever you're camping, the closest one to you. And if you have updates, we've already got some from even just the summer. You can leave your name and email and a comment. We've had a few people letting us know we need to add one, or that one is no longer free, or different things like that. And so that's been really helpful. We'll try and keep that very up to date, so that's useful. We also have this rules and regulations section. So there's kind of this RV portion of it, and then just recreating on public lands, pit toilets, just with regulations. And then we have specific situations. So we couldn't include everything. We kind of made it very location or environment specific. But then based on the activity that you're doing, we learned that this was really important from land managers and owners to have this portion as well. So winter activities, that's coming up very soon for all of us. Climbing, paddle trips, group recreation, and also some women-specific resources. So this is our Gotta Go website with all of that great information and resources. And I'm just going to skip through these since we were able to talk through all those amazing places. So again, we've been successful in using social media to get people to our website where they can find out more about how to go in the great outdoors. We've been doing a good job of using social media to drive quantity traffic to the website, but but we're finding that those people sometimes aren't staying as long. It might not be the quality traffic that we want. So the people who are our target audience and will want to view our content, will want to learn about what they should be doing, and will incorporate that into how they're actually practicing and recreating outside. And so that means we really want to focus on those that quality traffic, so that they can use those best practices when they're out recreating. So our current site traffic for this website is heavily dependent on how much we're promoting and sharing on social media. And so continuous promotion is really important, and it's driving a lot of this traffic to increase awareness. And we'll be doing that again in the spring. Like I mentioned, this winter, we're going to take a little bit of a backseat and plan and prep and get all of our content and everything ready for the spring of 2021. But partners and collaborators are vital for this to be effective. So if you like what you're seeing or you have input, please don't hesitate to reach out. I would love to have your input, or find out ways we can collaborate. If you want to just help us by sharing this content or letting people know, that's also super, super useful. So now I'll just briefly go over our next steps. So we really are going to keep these resources current and relevant, so making sure that what we're posting, what we're saying is relevant in time, where people are, specific to Utah and specific to recreational activities. on our website and what we're doing on social media. And then we really would love assistance for you to help us spread the word, to get involved, be collaborators. We're also working with the Southeast Utah Health Department, and they got funding for a Southeast Utah Human Waste Initiative. So it'll be really helpful to work there and have people that are really focused on kind of these more fragile environments. I guess I don't like the word fragile for deserts because I think of them as so amazing and tough, but fragile in terms of impacts from humans. And then we will be revisiting the survey in about a year or so to see how things have changed, if we've been able to help, what else is needed to really reduce the impact of human waste in Utah's public lands. So thank you so much for sticking with me through this recorded presentation. I know it can be kind of tough, especially with recordings, but thank you for making it to the very end. Please reach out if you have any questions or would like to collaborate. Here's my contact information. And I would also like to thank the entire Water Quality Extension team. They have put so much work and effort and creativity into this campaign, and I really appreciate all of their hard work, and it's just been wonderful to see the creativity with our team with this. And then I really do want to thank the Division of Water Quality and the Utah Water Quality Task Force for all of their support and financially and ideas and looking over the website and all of our resources. So thank you, and yeah, please don't hesitate to reach out.